Camera-equipped drones are on the verge of becoming mainstream as technology becomes more readily available. And now there's a growing debate about how they should be used in journalism. CCTV's Jim Spellman takes a look at how drones could give journalists high-flying cameras once reserved for government agencies.
The images are stunning, even poetic, like these captured in Fukushima, Japan, a ghost town, off limits due to lingering radiation after the nuclear accident in 2011. Or these images of Tacloban, Philippines, 2 months after last year's typhoon. These pictures were captured with a drone like this. Small, agile, and capable of capturing video without putting a pilot in harm's way. Christopher Vo is a graduate student studying robotics. So how does it work?
So this particular drone has 4 motors, and each one of the motors has propellers attached, and by varying the speeds of the motors, it can achieve different kinds of positions in the air.
And there's a camera mounted on it?
Yes, there's a camera mounted on it. It's on a stabilized gimbal so that I can move the copter and it will retain its position.
All for about $600. Great pictures, cheap, easy to use. Drone cameras are a natural fit for journalism.
Journalists want to use drones to gather news. You can get a viewpoint from a drone that you can't get from a lot of times on the ground. Shots that you normally might need to use a helicopter for.
Decades-old regulations ban the use of drone photography for commercial purposes. So as a professional journalist, I can't use this camera once it leaves the ground. But Chris, as a hobbyist, can, with some limits, use the drone as long as it isn't for commercial purposes. To some, it is an example of the law not keeping up with the technology.
Drone technology wasn't anywhere near what it is now, and that, digital photography allows almost simultaneous transmission of images from news reports. That was not available then.
The U.S. Federal Aviation Administration is reviewing rules regarding commercial use of drones and expects to issue new policies soon. But there are no plans to allow journalists free rein in the skies. They say issues of safety as well as privacy make drone use by journalists too difficult to regulate. Last year, the FAA fined an amateur drone operator $10,000 for shooting this footage on a college campus. A judge later dismissed the fine, but the FAA says they won't hesitate to go after anyone using drones for commercial purposes. In the meantime, news outlets are bending the rules, buying footage like this from third parties.
You can't stop technology. I mean, once people have started using this stuff, they are going to find ways to use it.
Because pictures like these may be too powerful to ignore. Jim Spellman, CCTV, Fairfax, Virginia.